All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Hope you all are having a good day so far. So, I had a members request a little while back, actually. I'm late on this one. This one is from a Johnny Arnett video from about a month ago, but I think it still applies now. Absolutely, it does. And this one is titled "The Perfect Ending Doesn't Exist," and yeah, I'm down to agree with that. I know he's probably going to be focusing on primarily LeBron James, and maybe he'll touch on like Kevin Durant or Steph Curry, because these guys are winding down in their careers. But I agree with the sentiment, because, you know, even Michael Jordan's ending, that was not the fairy tale ending. Magic Johnson's ending, not the fairy tale ending. Kobe Bryant, I would, you can fight both sides on that one, because the final game, what a way to go. But we know Kobe didn't want to not make the playoffs in his final year. You know what I mean? So, yeah, the true fairy tale ending, I don't know if one exists. So, at least in a game of in basketball in the NBA. But I'm curious what he comes up with here. So, I am going to react to this as requested. Guys, link to the original video is down below in the description, like it always is. Go check out Johnny's channel. And what else? Yeah, outside of that, shout out to members. This request came from the members section. So I appreciate you guys. And I say, let's get into it. Oh yeah, speaking of members though, that 3v3 video did get demonetized from the other day. Fun though. That was really fun to react to. But I was kind of sad when it ended up being demonetized in the end of the day. But it is what it is. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for having my back. Like the video, hype the video if you could, and let's rock.
Yeah, he didn't have any lift. He didn't have any burst, and he didn't have any lift. We haven't really seen this from LeBron.
How about the fact that even JJ Redick announced a couple days ago that LeBron James is done? Yeah. But there's a reason they went from second best record in the sport to under 500.
Yep.
You know, I think since we've gotten Bron back, we haven't been as organized offensively. Too many random possessions. So
LeBron James is now going through the motions on a basketball court, and the Lakers deserve better.
They do.
Laker fans deserve better.
Yeah, Laker fans, I'm not a fan of you guys. Like we're not friends, but you do deserve better. This is ridiculous. The precedent has been set by the Lakers organization has been something that we're all jealous of. Everybody else is jealous of, unless maybe you live in Boston. But outside of that, there's a reason why we hate you guys. We want to win one. You guys have won a cajillion championships at this point.
If LeBron just wants to collect a paycheck, there's a million other ways to do it.
Yep. And that's the truth. Like, it's weird when I've argued with people, or debated, whatever you want to call it, with people like I know in my personal life. And, you know, they'll just read the stats, you know, because I'll be like, dude, the Lakers were kicking ass in the beginning of the season. Like, it's something I was talking about. Like, it's going to get all ruined when LeBron comes back. LeBron comes back, now look at their damn record. It ain't the same team anymore, you know, but they had a lot of momentum before he came back. But they'll just look at the numbers and be like, hey, he's getting 25 a game. What do you want from the old guy? And I'm like, you're missing the whole point. He's hurting the team. Like, that's what it is. Like, it's a bottom line situation. If you're hurting the team, we need a different role for you, or we need to eliminate your role.
Something rather interesting is developing in the NBA right before our very eyes. LeBron James is now in the twilight of his career as his playing days are coming to a close. And the truth is, the LeBron James that we're witnessing today is nothing like the LeBron that we had seen for 20 plus years in the past. He doesn't demand the same level of attention from the audience. He doesn't have the same kind of respect and reverence from his peers. Much of that aura is now gone. LeBron is averaging his fewest points per game since his rookie season. Laker fans were not voting for him as much as they were in the past, as he was not named a starter for the NBA's All-Star Game. But rather his teammate, Luka Doncic, got more than twice as many votes that LeBron got.
Yeah,
Some
sense.
people don't even think he deserved to be an All-Star, as he snuck in with a reserve selection, which seemed to be more of a legacy move. To put it simply,
I'm not a LeBron fan, but honestly, he should get in there as a reserve. He pissed me off last year by getting as a starter and then not playing. That rubbed me the wrong way. But anybody, like him or hate him, like any legend at this point who's still playing, and if he's averaging 21 points a game, yeah, fine, yeah, you deserve one last time in the All-Star game. I get it, but yeah, it's weird because if you just pay attention to the PPG, it seems like he's doing good, but it's not. It's very deceiving.
As things
But what do you guys think? I mean, like check out emotionally for a second. Just think, like, the history of the game, everything you've known. Do you think he deserved to be an All-Star? Because I hate to admit it, but I think he does, just because of the legacy. You know what I mean? I think of like Larry Bird being all busted up and being on a dream team. It's like, yeah, you earned that spot. Now, I don't like LeBron, and I don't like how he's gotten his place and his rank in basketball history. But it is what it is at this point.
LeBron's career is not ending as graciously as his fans would have hoped. But this got me thinking about some of the other greatest players in NBA history. More specifically, some of the top 10 greatest players of all time. And
question, if anybody remembers, Kobe's final season, was he an All-Star?
I started drawing comparisons to how their careers ended. And the reality is, almost no one goes out on top.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan had the perfect ending in Chicago, but he couldn't help but scratch that itch.
Yeah.
And had to come back and play professional basketball once again. Now, I am someone who has always been a big advocate for Michael Jordan's time with the Wizards.
Me too.
As I believe he was still an elite basketball player. But the truth is, although we do have to consider his injuries that he went through at that time, he still didn't make it to the playoffs in either of those two seasons.
Yep, true.
So essentially, he ruined the perfect ending that he had in Chicago. Now,
I agree. And the reason why, to me, I'm just happy is, one, because I'm a fan. I got 2 bonus years, almost two bonus years of Jordan. And 2, I know he doesn't give a damn about this. He doesn't give a damn about the legacy part. The guy wanted to play, so he played. End of story.
Look at Kobe Bryant. Yes, he did score 60 points in his final game with the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, but the team was terrible.
But that was just a snippet of the twilight of Kobe's career. Because those final 3 years after the Achilles tear were the roughest years of his entire career.
Yep.
They were riddled with injuries and filled with losing, as he shot well under 40% from the field in those final 3 years. And in his final season specifically, he shot 35% from the field while playing with the Lakers' worst team in franchise history at 17-65.
I remember Jeannie Buss and Kobe, before he passed away, they had a sit-down conversation on a live stage, and that was one thing. She thanked him straight up for the years that we were starting our rebuild. Thank you for not leaving. Thank you for staying with us. And, it was a cool moment because he was like, it's kind of a mutual respect, because the years where the Lakers were barely clawing into the playoffs, she didn't give up on him either. So it was kind of a thing. And then he made a speech about, you can't enjoy the good times, and then the second you have hard times, you're gonna abandon ship. That's not how loyalty works. That's not how a relationship works. And I appreciated that he said it, because he was basically calling out all the team hoppers out there.
Hakeem Olajuwon, who was legendary for his success with the Houston Rockets, ended his career averaging 7 points as a Toronto Raptor.
Yeah, Patrick Ewing got done dirty at the end too.
Magic Johnson retired for the second and final time after getting bounced in the first round. Larry Bird retired in 1992 due to his poor health, after he missed nearly half of the regular season games and missed 3 of the 7 games in the playoff series where they had been eliminated. Shaquille O'Neal's career ended with a torn Achilles.
I would like, you're 100% right, and I'm not going to say like, oh, you're lying. No. I remember Bird's end of his legacy as a gold member. I'm sorry, not gold member. As him on stage getting that gold medal, 92 Barcelona. That's how I see his basketball career ending as a player. But yeah, if we're talking about Celtics and the NBA itself, bad ending, terrible ending. And then he goes on to coach. So the legacy continues. But yeah, I agree. No one has that perfect ending. Shaq as a Celtic? Ooh, this was a bad one.
Was averaging just 9 points with the Boston Celtics. Tim Duncan's career ended with a second-round exit, while he was averaging only 6 points and 4 rebounds over that playoff series.
By the way, props to Tim Duncan for not liking the attention, because that final year, his farewell year, he didn't tell anybody he was retiring. So it was just like a normal season for him. And then at the end of it, he's like, all right, I'm done. Bye, everybody.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar ended his playing days getting swept out of the NBA Finals while shooting 43% in that series.
We got to bring this tradition back, by the way. I saw that they did this to Dr. J, too. When it's like, it's time for you to retire, they put you in the old rocking chair. I think it's hilarious.
Wilt Chamberlain's career ended by getting gentlemen swept out of the finals.
Wait, I'm sorry. I was too busy thinking about the chair. I forgot. How did Kareem's career end?
Swept out of the
That's not a good sign.
Playoff series. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar ended his playing days getting swept out of the NBA Finals while shooting 43% in that series.
Wow. Swept in the finals. Which time was that? Was that Philly?
Wilt Chamberlain's career ended by getting gentlemen swept out of the finals by their rivals, the New York Knicks. As you can tell, from the top 10 greatest players in NBA history, pretty much no one goes out on top. Almost everyone.
What about Bill Russell? I think he ended it with a championship over Wilt Chamberlain, right? Over the Lakers, if I remember correctly. A Game 7, right? Game 7. Guy never loses Game 7s. And then Wilt Chamberlain gets injured sometime in the game and doesn't come back in. And I remember Bill Russell was really pissed off because he was like, he wanted to win on fair terms. And I think that was the end of his career. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, guys.
Has a sour departure from the league. As the title of the video suggests, the perfect ending doesn't exist. Except for one. Long ago,
there we are.
in the 1968 offseason, the game's ultimate winner, Bill Russell, was sitting on his 10 championship rings. Nowadays, people look back at his success and assume that his dominance always came easy. But to put it simply, that's revisionist history. The truth is, Bill Russell was heading into his final season in the NBA as an underdog. The team they had just beat in the 1968 NBA Finals just got way better.
That's a hell of a big three right there.
As they added Wilt Chamberlain in the offseason to their already stacked roster. With the Lakers' new three-headed monster of Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, and Wilt Chamberlain, they were commonly being described as a super team.
It kind of is. That's an ultimate big three between those three legends.
Arguably the first super team in NBA history. The 68 to 69 regular season.
And it's funny though, I mean, because they didn't build it to be the monster. It seems like they built it to beat the monster, which was the Boston Celtics.
Went as expected, as the Lakers had the best record in their conference, while the aging Celtics failed to win 50 games for the first time that decade. Despite the overwhelming obstacles, the Celtics exceeded the expectations, as they eliminated the 55-win 76ers in the first round, and then eliminated the 54-win New York Knicks in the second round, as they earned yet another...
Hey, so something I didn't know, because I wasn't around back then. But let me just hear him again real quick.
They eliminated the 55-win 76ers in the first round.
Okay. Well, 4-1. Never mind. My bad. So, okay, all the way back then, it was a 5-game series in the first round. Okay, got it.
And then eliminated the 54-win New York Knicks in the second round, as they earned yet another...
Wait, I'm tripping. No, it's first to 4, so that's a 7-game series. So I was right the first time. Okay. So back then, the first round was a 7-game series. So it was later on that they changed that to a 5-game series in the first round. Sorry. I wanted to get that straight in my head.
Trip to the NBA Finals. To the surprise of no one, waiting for them was the well-documented super team, the Los Angeles Lakers. Not only would Russell have to lead his Celtics on the court physically against the overwhelming odds, but considering how he was also their active head coach, he would have to lead them mentally and strategically as well. After falling into an 0-2 hole, Russell would lead Boston back into the series, where they eventually forced a Game 7 in Los Angeles. In that deciding game, Russell rose to the occasion, like he had done so many times before, as he helped shut down the Lakers' offense in the pivotal moments. They won Game 7 with a final score of 108 to 106.
What a game, man. What a game that must have been.
As Russell would sail off into the sunset, winning his 11th championship ring, finishing with a perfect 10-0 record in deciding Game 7.
Yeah, that's one of the coolest stats ever.
It was literally the perfect ending to a legendary career. And even Russell himself was overwhelmed with emotion during the celebration.
What a way to go.
So yes, assuming the trend continues, LeBron will have a lot of great company with his career ending on a sour note, as that is basically the norm for a top 10 NBA player of all time. The truth is, the perfect ending doesn't exist. Unless, of course, your name is Bill Russell.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? What's another example of a sports icon ending his career on a perfect note? I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comment section below. Shout out to the members as always for supporting the channel, and thanks for watching as always. Make sure to like and subscribe for more basketball content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
That's a hard question because I'm thinking about every sport, and everybody, even did anybody do it? Did John Elway do it? Did John Elway retire after his second one? He might be like the only guy, because like I'm thinking about Brady, and like Brady almost did it. He could have done it, but he came back to defend his title. That's usually the problem with ending on the highest note possible, which is winning a championship, is you do feel obligated to come back and defend that title. So you can't really, the odds of like walking away from the game on the high note is near impossible. Same thing with like boxers and fighters, you know, they end up leaving the sport after they were champion. They were champion, they eventually lose their title, and then it's usually time to walk away then or make a comeback or whatever. But you always end up losing your title before you leave. And I mean, hell, that's what Michael Jordan was mad about with the Bulls, is because he didn't get a chance to defend his title. They blew up the team. So he got forced into that. Like for him, that wouldn't have been a good retirement. Anyways, I understand why he came back. Like that's unsettling. You know, you never got a chance to lose. That's BS, man. That's not fair. Now, when we talk about LeBron, I mean, I think he has fully accepted he's not going to get that awesome ending anymore. And I think that's why we saw him switch gears over the last couple of years, especially this year, where he's just trying to rack up as much of every stat he can possibly rack up, because he knows it's about to end. So by the time he's going to be looked at in the history books, his name is going to be all over the history books. So I think that's his game. It's less so like, hey, I'm going to end this on top. I'm going to give them something to remember. I think he's more thinking like 20, 30 years down the line, when people look through the NBA record books, they're going to be like, woo, this LeBron James guy, he must have been really good, you know? And of course, I'll have zero context, but whatever. They'll have thousands of videos like, you know, like what you see on my channel and other channels telling the truth about LeBron. It would just be a matter of if they want to go and search for him at that point. And who knows if YouTube will even be around. Anyways, guys, I'm trying to think of other people in other sports who ended their career on top. And I can't. The only one I'm thinking of is possibly John Elway, but I might be wrong about that. And a good buddy of mine is a Broncos fan, so he'll probably set me straight after this video comes out if I was right or wrong about that. Either way, it's hard for me to think of it, so I'm going to turn to you guys. In professional sports, can you name anybody who really went out on top like Bill Russell did? Because I just can't do it right now. So let me know in the comments. I'll be down there checking it out. And everybody, go check out Johnny's channel if you haven't yet. I am out of here. I will see you guys for an After Dark a little later tonight. And thanks for being here. Subscribe if you want more content like this. And most importantly, be water, my friends.